Alright, welcome back to another episode of F1 Manager, and today we are heading to Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, also known as the Spanish Grand Prix. We are on for... what round? I actually don't remember what round we're on. Round 6. Yeah, on round 6. How can I forget? But yeah, last race was a bit chaotic, just a little. No, it was actually fucking chaotic. I got emails saying that Carlos Sainz has low morals. Well done. We need to try and keep him performing high. Obviously, last race, Charles Leclerc hit the wall, but then he managed to somehow recover and win the race. Absolutely mind-blowing. And Sainz, he crashed out in the race. While technically, I don't even know. It's just all a shock. But hopefully we don't have any more of that in the upcoming race. Oh god. And the race forecast already says light rain. Alright. It's going to be interesting. What's this? Up and coming driver. Our scouts have been looking out for an upcoming talent. Interesting. He's an F3. Alright, so you got performance targets. Let's get to it.
Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend? Long straights and medium-speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out for at Barcelona. The air currents are strong and unpredictable, and they'll be giving aerodynamic components a real run for their money this weekend. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. The weekend begins here.
Radio check, Carlos.
Yeah, all good.
Green light.
Sainz being the first man out on track. Final corner for Carlos Sainz. What is this lap going to be? He does a green sector 2, but a purple sector 1. Around the final corner, it's going to be a 1 minute 86. And that's the target for everyone to beat. I'm going to send Charles Leclerc out as well. Got Hask on the start finish straight. It looks to be Kevin Magnussen. Or is it? Yeah, it's Kevin Magnussen. Yeah, Leclerc setting the purple sector 1. Sainz.
Just look after these tires.
Copy.
Around the last 2 corners. This is not going to be for Sainz. I don't think he's going to improve, but let's see. He sets enough to be second so far, I think. Charles Leclerc, meanwhile, sector 1 and 2, both purple. So he's on a fly in that right now. No traffic ahead of him, so he's good to go. All he needs to do is nail the last 3 corners, and he's good to go. 1, 2, and the final one he has to do. Put to the floor. What's this lap going to be for Charles Leclerc? He's definitely going to smash it for pole position, I can already tell. It looks like a 1 minute 17.7 as it is. That's a really good lap from Charles Leclerc there.
There's been a crash. Let's see what happened there.
Schumacher wide.
Now just focus on the Haas.
It's very wide.
Dear
Hits the
me,
wall.
They won't have been expecting that.
Jesus Christ. On board with Max Verstappen now. What's his lap time going to be? We've got George Russell up ahead. And the Aston Martin of, I believe, Sebastian Vettel. Nope, it's Lance Stroll. Russell's seventh fastest. Verstappen moves up into P2. Leclerc's on the flyer. Literally. Leclerc has a clear track ahead of him. So he's good to go. Setting the purple sector 1, so he's going faster so far in that first sector. Nailing the corner in the apexes very well. DRS then coming up for Charles Leclerc. Look at the grip on that Ferrari as the DRS goes open. Sets a purple sector 2. Again, he's on the flyer right now. He just needs to nail this last sector and he could possibly get pole again and top out the sesh. 3 corners remaining for Charles Leclerc. Clouds look like it's coming in, but it shouldn't bother Charles Leclerc at all. Round the final corner on board with Leclerc. Is he going to improve in sector 3? And if so, what's the lap time going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 17.5, and he's on pole position so far of the session. The session ended. Checkered flag. Let's go around. Also, Alonso going to set. He's going to be setting a time good enough for 7th place. Also on board with Verstappen, but he is getting held up by Zhou there. Zhou is holding up Verstappen. Perez sets the time fast enough for 4th. Is Verstappen going to improve despite being held up by Zhou? Doesn't look like he is though. No, he's not. Stays 3rd fastest. Russell moves up to 6th. So both McLarens out of Q2, along with Zhou, Magnussen and Yuki Tsunoda. Well then. Alright. Sainz setting the purple sector so far. I'm going to send Leclerc out. As we have a clear track. Perez so far setting the fastest lap of the session. Look how close the gap is between Perez and Verstappen. 0.001. We've got the AlphaTauri of Pierre Gasly up ahead, getting out of the way. Thank you very much. But Sainz setting a green sector 2. He does need to improve though, so luckily he's going to be staying up for 2 laps. Around the last 2 corners for Carlos, in front of his home Spanish crowds. What is this going to be? Is it going to be fast enough for pole position so far? No, only 3rd fastest. Leclerc goes fastest in sector 1, also going fastest in sector 2. He is on a roll here. Also got to reconfigure Sainz's tyres so he can get out and hopefully do another lap. Look at Leclerc, he's just glued to the ground. That F175 is literally a machine, it seems. Round the final corner. Is Leclerc going to improve to be in pole position, it looks like? Purple sector 1 and 2, and he does. He's fastest, 1:17.5 for Charles Leclerc. That is the time to beat with the remaining 3 minutes of the session. Look at Sainz, he's looking very comfortable with the car. Clear track ahead of him. Is he going to be setting the purple sector 2? No, it's only a green sector 2. But he could possibly improve in the final sector. If possible. He goes very slowly though. Around the final last 3 corners for Carlos Sainz. His only lap with the session. Checkered flag remaining. Is he going to be on pole? No. Only second fastest. But it's a Ferrari 1-2 as of now. It's now up to the Red Bulls if they could split the 2 Ferraris or even the Mercedes. On board with Perez now, around the final 3 corners. Is he going to improve his lap? Bottas meanwhile, 8th fastest. Ocon only 10th fastest. Is Perez going to improve or is he going to stay in 3rd? No, he only stays in 3rd. On board with his teammate Max Verstappen. Is he going to split the 2 Ferraris or possibly go on pole position? No, only 3rd fastest. It's a Ferrari 1-2 as of now. Pierre Gasly crosses the line, only 7th fastest. It is Charles Leclerc in pole position and Carlos Sainz in the front row. It's a Ferrari 1-2, especially in front of the home crowd.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Ferrari performed brilliantly during qualifying and will be very pleased with their grid positions. But the challenge for them will be to keep the momentum going during the race. This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying, but will they fulfill that potential by the time they reach the checkered flag? The weather is very overcast here, and teams are staring at the sky watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
Well, Formula One is back in Barcelona, and the teams have got their work cut out for them.
Alright, it's going to be raining. Wait, what's the weather forecast being like? Can I check somewhere? I can't even check, man. Gonna go for plan A for Charles Leclerc. It is going to be raining, so we will have to compromise it. And for Sainz, we're going to go for... Let's go for plan B for Carlos. Let's see how that will go. It's going to be a 2-stop for them, these 2. But we've got to keep in mind that it is going to be light rain coming up. But I literally do not know when the rain's going to happen. Alright, without further ado, let's get to the race and let's perform and let's deliver.
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers who've now taken position on the grid. And there is Charles Leclerc. They're in pole position and they've got to be happy about that. And further back, there's Sainz. A second place start for them today. They're in with a real chance. The race start is mere seconds away. One of the oldest races on the Formula One calendar. This is the Spanish Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Good start from Charles Leclerc and also a good start from Carlos Sainz. Leclerc leading the way into turn 1. Sainz covering off Verstappen. Perez looks like he's getting a bit of a wacky start. Charles Leclerc leading the way so far at the Spanish Grand Prix into turn 3. Right? Yeah. Looking good for the team so far. What tyres is Verstappen on? That's the question. Verstappen on mediums. Perez on mediums, Hamilton also on mediums. Most of the grid seems to be on mediums. Gasly, Alonso, Zhou, Ricciardo, Schumacher and Latifi also on softs. The only ones that are on hards is Tsunoda and Stroll. So that's interesting. Lap 1 meanwhile. Charles Leclerc leads the way. The two Ferraris ahead of the two Red Bulls. This is going good so far for the team, and hopefully we can keep this up and hopefully nothing happens.
DRS enable. A very good lap.
Sainz setting the fastest lap, and he could possibly get past Charles Leclerc at the start. Or can he? He's just too far back. He is gaining on Leclerc though. But you also got to keep in mind, you do not want these two battling for too long, otherwise it's going to cost each other time. 3.7 gap between Leclerc and Verstappen, and also Sainz. Sainz's DRS opens, and he's also going to think of making a move, using his battery, getting side by side with Charles Leclerc, going into the inside is Carlos Sainz. He's thinking about it. Leclerc holds him off, but Sainz ain't going to give up without a fight. He's going on the inside of his teammate Charles Leclerc, and this is really good real-to-real racing, Jesus Christ. And they're still not giving up, they're going side by side. No team orders yet. And Sainz gets past Charles Leclerc.
And DRS is disabled, DRS disabled.
But Sainz goes defensive, and Leclerc just gets past anyway.
At
The
the
start
moment,
finish
we
straight.
are
Leclerc setting the fastest
current
lap.
track.
And charge button on.
Copy.
What's Verstappen's tyre wear saying? 67%, so they're both around the same. Hamilton, meanwhile, goes into the pits. What's Lewis going to pit for? He boxed for mediums.
Rain, so be careful.
Copy.
Leclerc engine, yeah, you can see rain is coming. Here you can see in the mini, on the drops, rain is coming. Verstappen pits for intermediates, so this is our call to box for inters as well. I'm going to tell Leclerc to go full attack. I'm going to box him for intermediates. We've already done that. I'm going to tell Sainz to also pit this lap.
And we need to push for these laps. You're doing a good job.
Why not say?
Copy.
Telling both the Ferraris to pit this lap. Carroll's going to pit. You good stop here, guys. There gets away. Sainz also. Good double stack. That was a good double stack from the team. Just what we need. So Verstappen has to lead so far. He's in lap 27 now. Leclerc is gaining on Verstappen. He's in DRS range. Carlos Sainz, meanwhile, still behind Leclerc by a margin. Leclerc is very close to Verstappen now. He could possibly get a run here on Verstappen, will he? Go around the outside, will he? Look at this. What a camera shot. It's like Charles Leclerc gets past Max Verstappen. But is the
And
battle over
we are
yet?
happy with what you are doing on tires. Good job there.
Charles Leclerc gets past Max Verstappen for the lead once again.
Let's have
at
another
this
look.
move.
Science is the focus here.
Verstappen seems to be struggling, but Sainz does get past for second place. And the flipping, what the hell? What's
And they
happening?
clear it. Big move for them and a race position gained.
Yeah, the Spanish fans will be happy about that.
The team watching
is-
on
team
and
is
clearly
happy
loving
for
that.
Loving it. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Apparently the track is drying
We've
up.
just had a crash on the track.
Gasly crashed
You
in
can take
turn
a look
4. What is
now.
happening?
Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly.
Just go straight.
A definite collision
Hitting
there.
the wall there.
That's very unfortunate.
Let's tell Sainz to lower the aggression.
And slow down now.
Copy. Copy.
4 minutes, 70% of rain apparently.
And no more rain.
Okay.
Yeah, we do need to make another pit stop though. But then
Yeah,
apparently,
very poor grip, I don't know why.
not.
Okay.
Verstappen 22 seconds
How
behind.
are temperatures? I have no front grip at all.
I'm gonna box Leclerc for
Yeah,
another
copy.
set of inters.
Can we try something with the tires?
I'm also gonna box Sainz. Oh, I don't know though.
Weather update. No more rain expected.
Copy.
Or if there's no more rain, then we'll go for mediums.
Box now, box.
Copy, box. Pit lane.
Copy.
I'm gonna box Leclerc for mediums. As he just runs over his fucking pit crew.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Magnussen locking up. Verstappen has a 26-second gap. Jesus Christ.
Seems to have been a lockup.
So many people are locking up. But I think it's fine though because the track is drying up.
Red
See,
Bull moved
people are
up.
pitting. You can see Charles Leclerc gaining on Perez. Could possibly make a move, but no, he doesn't. See, so many people are boxing for dries. Verstappen pits.
So Bottas pitted for hard. And just a reminder on DRS.
Copy.
Verstappen goes for softs though. We are only boxing
Sounds
for
like
mediums.
we've had a
For
spin.
Charles Leclerc on the back of Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc can also make a move on Max Verstappen around the outside, switching to the inside. This is going to be very close. He swoops around the outside Max Verstappen, and they're still side by side in active, but Leclerc gets DRS and he does get past. See Sainz in the background, he could possibly catch
I
up.
think there's been a lockup.
Tsunoda locking up in turn 3 though. It's going to be a crazy last few laps. Fuel apparently getting low. Sainz is catch up to Verstappen, he's only 1.6 up the road.
Big lift off.
All good.
And tell Leclerc to just
And 2 laps to
possible
go.
ERS.
Okay.
Sainz could possibly get
Charge
Verstappen
button
here on the last lap.
Charge button on.
Copy.
And
Oh,
last lap.
On the inside goes Carlos Sainz, past Max Verstappen, can possibly make it, but Verstappen is still going to hold on. Oh my
Good
goodness
job there.
me. They're still going at it. Verstappen
Charles
just about
button
taking the
on.
inside.
Copy.
Sainz does have a lot of ERS. Decent amount. He could possibly hold off Verstappen here. And they're still going out. They're still side by side. But Sainz manages to get past Max Verstappen for P2. This could possibly be the best weekend we've had. With the Ferrari 1-2. Final lap. We're giving it absolutely everything. Max power for everything. And we need to hold off Max Verstappen for the last 2 corners. But it seems to be Charles Leclerc has delivered, it seems. Carlos Sainz has an Alfa Romeo up ahead, but he has got past Max Verstappen. The last 2 corners, Charles Leclerc, they threw everything at him, weather-wise, car-wise. Red Bull gave it everything, but it's not good enough. Charles Leclerc wins the Spanish Grand Prix.
No DRS, please.
Carlos Sainz comes home in 2nd place for the home race. The home fans will love
Check
this.
the flag.
Max Verstappen only settles for 3rd place. It's a Ferrari 1-2 for the first time in the season. Oh my, oh my. Mamma mia. Muy grande, grandissimo. Oh, Sainz's car stops. I think he ran out of fuel.
Well, this was definitely Charles Leclerc's weekend. A spot on the podium is exactly what the team deserved, and they got it. And the Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth with a terrific drive today. But there we see the 3 drivers with the biggest haul of points. And of course, the silverware to boot. Ferrari had a very good race, proving they're definitely a team to contend with.
Yes, there's definitely cause for celebration here. This team can take anything that's thrown at them and come through even stronger.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in 1st place in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
It's a Ferrari 1-2. We get maximum points. Sainz setting the fastest lap. Just what we need. Charles Leclerc extends his lead in the Drivers' Championship, and Carlos Sainz moves up from Sergio Perez, leading by 6 points ahead of Sergio Perez. Max Verstappen falls back, and Ferrari re-extend their lead in the Constructors. Just what we need. The perfect weekend to bounce back from a disaster last race. Not necessarily a disaster despite one car winning, but you get the point. And that's what we do. I'd say that's a pretty good race. We've got Monaco coming up. Let's get ready. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content on the channel and if you want to stay tuned to the series, and I will see you lot in the next race in Monaco.